Okay. Button has been pressed. We should be live. Should be. I never know. I never know when I'm doing it this way. This is a little different to me. How's it going, everybody? I'm a little bit late. Just a tad, but it's okay. I just needed to talk to somebody really quick, and then I needed to get ready. I forgot, like, oh yeah, I need to go get some water, like all that stuff. But I hope you're all doing well. I need to submit my taxes as well. Oop. Okay. How's everybody doing? We're gonna be playing some Twitch SMP today. And I have a whole bunch of stuff on me. I think we went mining last time or something like that. It was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun, actually. I really enjoyed myself. And then I've been slacking. I've been slacking when it comes to Twitch SMP. And I really need to get this base, like, hammered out, like, desperately. We should have a pretty big section of this really trained out, and I've not been giving it my all. So I'm going to spend some time today while we're just talking. I don't know what we're going to talk about just yet. We're just going to talk, though. It's going to be a good time. And I'm going to clear out the sand that we have placed, and then we're going to place more, and then we're going to clear it out some more, and then we're going to place some more, and so on and so forth, over and over and over again, until we have a quadrant removed. And then I'm also probably going to work on my enchantments a little bit, because we still need to get fully enchanted. I've been slacking pretty much all over the place when it comes to Twitch SMP, which I feel bad about, but I do want to get better. I've got a lot of diamond gear here. I really should be doing more with it. Of course, gotta cook our cows every morning. Let's see, who's here? Swift Dude, congrats on grabbing first. This is your 42nd time total, and thank you for submitting your taxes 91 times, almost 100. You're almost there, dude. You're almost there, which is insane. Really crazy to me. One other thing that we're gonna have to do after all this too is we're still gonna have to dig. We're gonna have to dig a very considerable distance down. Luckily, it's gonna be a cylinder in the middle. That's gonna be dug down to bedrock, and then I just gotta determine where I want the dome to go, and then that'll determine how the rest of it needs to be dug down. But the dead center of the dome. I messed that up. Oh, okay. The lowest point of the dome will be at bedrock. So somewhere right around here, you'll notice it goes all the way down. And I can't go into the ground because I don't want to see caves or anything. I just want that to be a surprise. We're gonna need beacons. We're gonna need so many things. I'm gonna have to start talking to people and seeing if they can come help me, because this is gonna be a mess otherwise. It's gonna be a big mess. Also, one thing I forgot to do was I needed to go over here. Okay. Oop. And then just 1 second. I forgot to do this, and I was supposed to, and I didn't. Okay. I don't know if I did that right, did I? I did. It's just not working. Okay, that's fine. Does that link work? It does.
Getting yourself in shape and
hey,
doing the
hey, shut up. No ads. We don't like ads. Okay, I'm getting distracted. We need to do things. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing. I hope you're doing well. If you're not, then hopefully we can have a good time here. That way you continue to have a good day. Maybe, I don't know. Happy birthday, AI King. Happy birthday, AI King. It's been a whole year since AI King started, which is insane to me. Like, how has it been that long already? I hardly can believe it myself. We need more wood. Let's chop down a couple of trees really quick. But it's hard to believe it's been that long since that all started. It's hard to believe it's been a year since April Fool's when I told everybody I was quitting. And then that spawned actually working on Omnia and all sorts of things that I really wasn't intending on doing anytime soon, but realizing that people actually wanted that stuff was like a big kick in the butt to actually get moving on it. And you know, it's crazy to believe it's been that long. And I actually did work on Omnia today for the first time ever. I started toying around with player movement in Godot, and it's not perfect. It's not. But I'm starting to get somewhere with it, and that's all that matters. I'm gonna put my stone-based items in here just to keep it all organized. No, I want that back, thank you. We've got just so much stuff everywhere, and I'm just trying my absolute best to keep it organized, for goodness sakes. There's too much. I want that back. Okay. That's good. And then over here, we're just gonna put those. Okay. There we go. That should be decent. I won't need these pants. Boop. Okay, we're good. I'd even say happy 1 year me coming like actively. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I would say about the time April Fool's hit, after everybody thought I was leaving, but you especially, a lot of people started coming back around and they're like, man, I don't, if King did quit, that would have sucked. And you know, I'm grateful for everybody who does pop in, even if it's just once. But you do hang out a lot, so I'm really glad to say that you know, that's been a year since then. Let's see. I don't know if you saw, but I did put out a cover album for Parachutes right before stream. I did not see it. I will definitely take a listen after stream, though. It'll be a good time, I hope. I mean, Parachutes was a good album. AI King singing Yellow is probably gonna be good. Man, AI King might actually be able to kill that song. I'm kind of thinking it through. That might be good. That might be good. Let's see. Yo, I got in contact with Deadly Sloth. Hey, let's go, Jorby. Thank you for submitting your taxes, by the way. I gotta look at the album cover really quick. It's hilarious. Let me see. It's in hobbies. Hobbies. Oh my gosh. What? What? That's beautiful. I might have to save that to fan art. I have a folder on my PC for anything that's fan made that I deem like absolutely insane enough that it needs to be on my hard drive. Like there have been things where it's been like, okay, that's cool, and it gets bookmarked, and then I go look at it every once in a while. But there is a rare occurrence where I see something so amazing that it has to go on my personal hard drive, and that might be it. That might be it right there, Swifto. Gosh, that's beautiful. Okay, so plan today, sand. That is the plan. So I've got my shovel here. It's efficiency 5. I'm breaking 3, mending. We're gonna probably go through this like 12 times today if I had to guess, which is okay. It'll be all right. And I'm hoping anyway, that I can get a decent chunk of this done. Oh man, I can't wait, dude. We've been, it's crazy to believe, but Twitch SMP has been going on for just over 2 months, or actually 2 months as of today. It started February 8th. So today would be 2 months, I believe. Starting the 3rd month, I think. Which is crazy. That's insane to me. And I'm so far behind. But it's okay, because friendship or something like that. I don't know. All I know is sand. That's all I know. And I need to probably see if I can either buy off some things from other people just to make my life easier. I've got diamonds. I could probably buy sponges. I could probably buy Swift Sneak is something I want. A fully powered conduit would be kind of nice. Although I may not need one for a little while, it would be nice to have one. We could probably do with just a couple of small things like that, though. That would definitely help. Thank you for the alert, Swifty. I appreciate it. Good luck on the video. Speaking of videos, I got a video out today about the new Minecraft snapshot. That was fun. I really enjoyed the snapshot this time around. The Happy Gas is just, it's such a great addition to the game. I already love it. It's not even fully added yet, but I'm in love with that feature. He's just a chill guy. Nobody can hate on him. He's beautiful. I think I can live that. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to lose any sand because it's a hot commodity, and plus it's also going to be my dome later on, so I'm gonna have to cook all of this later. We'll actually get a little extra sand because I'm actually digging up the ocean floor as well right now, which is kind of helpful, I guess. And you know what? Instead of emptying my inventory, let's empty it by putting it back into the ocean. Hey, back off. Back off, buddy. Okay. I don't know. I've been really enjoying Minecraft lately. It's been a while since I could honestly say that, you know? Like, I've always enjoyed Minecraft, you know? I've been playing for 12 years, 13 years, I don't know, somewhere in that zone. I started in 2012, whenever that was. And it's been a constant in my life, you know? I've been playing for probably that length of time, just all the way through my childhood and into my adulthood even. And it's been fun, but I've been really enjoying it lately again. Like, I don't know, I lost that joy for a little bit, but I'm finding ways to find it fun again. And then I've, again, been getting into game development. Life has just been good lately, which is something that, you know, it feels like a privilege to say. Can you not? Do I have another sword on me? I don't. That's okay. We will lose this one. Okay. I think I should sleep. It's in my best interest. Yup. Let's do that. Ouch. I do need to get my plans together for Twitch SMP. I feel like my base is probably my biggest priority, and it should be, but I don't have any secondary priorities is what I've realized, which is not a good thing, because that's a good way to get burned out, and I don't want to get burned out. I want to be in for the long run, do things, and just chill, have fun, and it's okay to not be a build-centric person for a little bit, you know? I want to get back into doing shenanigans and all that kind of stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun. So I want to kind of create some secondary plans soon. I'd like to go hit a trial chamber at some point with some people. I think that would be a lot of fun. And then I want to do, if we can find an ancient city, I really want one, because I do need Swift Sneak. But like I said, I might have to buy that off of somebody just for sake of ease, which is okay. And I might even go back to the end to get more shulkers. I think that would also be pretty nice. Hey, Lady E, it's good to see you. How's it going? How life be? Life is great right now, actually. How's things going with you? I know. I see you sometimes streaming. I've been really busy lately, unfortunately, so I've not been able to catch up on all that, but it's been a good kind of busy, though. Just finding time for everything is crazy, but it's been enjoyable. Lots and lots of things going on, but neither good nor bad. Just things, I guess. Well, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I've been trying to get my ducks in a row this month. Last month was sort of about trying to get my ducks in a row, but then I kind of dropped the ball on that, so that's what this month is about. Every month in this year is gonna hopefully have something good going on, and I've kept up with that for the most part. January was a good month, February was a great month, March was good. April so far is good, you know? Anything that I'm in control of, you know, I want it to be a good time. I'm very rarely ever in control of anything, but the times I am, I want to make sure those are good times. I've been taking the last few weeks off while dealing with some really rough stuff. I'm sorry that that's happening, but it's probably for the best that you do take some time off, though, because it's tough to stream when you got things in life. When life is lifing, you know, it's tough to stream while that's going on and just have fun. Yeah, I need to get better about that myself, in all honesty. It's hard to tell yourself no. And not that you need to, I guess. I don't know how to specify this. It's not that someone should just not stream when they're not having great times, but it's like I mean, you guys whenever you guys see me do stuff, you can tell when I've got other things on my mind, when I'd rather be in other places, or when something else is taking my attention. And it's tough. It's tough to stream and have a good mindset while that's all going on, because it's like your brain's trying to think of this other thing, and your heart's in another place, and then at the same time you're trying to say stuff while not giving out all your personal details. Like, I don't even think when I stream most of the time, which is the scariest thing in the world, because I could probably end up starting just talking about things that I really shouldn't have aired out on the internet, and like, that's a terrifying thought. So I do get that, because oh boy, if I sat there and said everything on my mind, I wouldn't be in trouble. I mean, some people I would be in trouble with, but I wouldn't be in trouble. It would just be probably not great. I don't think it would be. At this point, life is more than just lifing. It's more like life is beating me in the fan with mallet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that's going on. I know. Sometimes Yeah, when it rains, it pours. Is that the saying? Oh, man. Feels both like an eternity ago and yet like yesterday where that was true for us. But hopefully those times go by quickly and you can get back up on your feet and keep going on, keep carrying on. It's okay, we're just taking it one day at a time. That's good, that's good. You know, I think it feels like sometimes we forget to, like, really appreciate the fact that we're not giving up. That you know, like, humans, we're a little stubborn at times, you know? And sometimes it would be so much easier if we sat down and just gave up. And yet we're like, no, why would we give up? Why would you give up when we could have it our way? And, you know, that's not to say, like, it's a bad thing to have it your way. No, that's actually great to fight for that. And I don't know what's all going on, and I know you can't say because of legal, but, you know, really gotta applaud that. It would be really easy just to say, you know, it is what it is, and then just move on. But you know, choosing to keep fighting and keep moving on and keep trying to find ways through the situation, that's admirable. Let's see, just trying to make sure things go the way they need to. It's a good way to go about things. It's tough, but it's a good way to go about it. I need to, it reminds me of something else I need to do. It's not related to that, but it reminded me of something else, and I'm like, oh yeah, good old King dropping the ball. I'm forgetting about things all the time. I've been really good about writing to-do lists, but that one slipped my mind. I forgot to put it on the to-do list. Okay. It's in my head, it's going on the to-do list tonight, that's for sure. This is a little loud. Can I? There we go. That's a little better. It's still loud, but it's not as terrible. Minecraft music is interesting. The newer stuff is a little loud, and the old stuff is a little quiet, and there's no good way to mix it, unfortunately. And I don't know if Mojang is aware of that, if it's me, if it's my mods affecting it. I don't know. But that's how it always feels to me. Everyone listening on Spotify, so I guess it wouldn't be a mod thing. It's either me or it's Minecraft, but I think it's just their utilization of new sounds. C418 only had a very limited sound library when he made his stuff. Oh man. That'd be really, really cool to make some music. I need to get back into that. I want to do, I want to get good enough that I can make some basic tracks for the Omnia demo. That way I can show other people what I want for my game. And then, also so I have some stuff to put on my resumes and portfolios and such, so that if I wanted to get a job within that industry, it's like, oh yeah, I have experience in music concepts, and I mean, for the game itself, I mean, I'd have a little bit of everything in terms of knowledge, which is what I'm really hyped about. Jobs are fun. I don't know, you know, that might be a long way out, because I'm still trying to even just get a basic job to hold down things until I can get a quote-unquote adult job, I guess. I don't know, being a barista would be a sick adult job. I'd be cool with that. I know it's always portrayed as like the unfulfilling life on TV and in movies and such. I watched La La Land with my brother yesterday. We have a habit. We watch movies that we think either look bad or are critically acclaimed, and then we pick it apart. And in this case, it wasn't a bad movie. It was actually a good movie. We also just watched it because Ryan Gosling was in it. And we're like, oh yeah, we gotta watch it. You know, that's just how that goes. And it was a good movie. But in that movie, you know, they portray the barista lifestyle as very unfulfilling, and it makes sense. In the movie, she is not. That's not her dream. It's not my dream to be a barista, but I wouldn't mind it. It would actually be kind of fun, I think. I don't know, making coffee sounds like the dream. I do like coffee. Plus, it wouldn't be as stressful as owning your own business, I think. I mean, it's not like this big, wild, insane ride where like your lifestyle is elaborate or anything, but I don't really think I want that. Like I would like that, but I don't know if I want it bad enough to like actually go and do that. It'd be cool to be, you know, some famous rock star, movie star, billionaire, you know, whatever. You know, it would be cool. That's cool, but do you want all the negatives that come with that? And it's like, you know, I don't know if I do. I really don't know if I do. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with wanting a quiet life out in the middle of, maybe not nowhere, but there's nothing wrong with wanting to own a farm or a ranch or just a huge piece of property in general, out a little ways out, not in the middle of nowhere, but somewhere a little more remote, and just live life with your family. That sounds really peaceful. Now maybe you'd get sick of it after a while. I don't know. I don't think I could. The way I'm imagining it, I couldn't. But things don't ever really turn out as you imagine them, I guess. That is one thing I should probably be aware of. Very rarely do they turn out how you think it should. Which is kind of sad, but it's what makes life exciting. There's a reason we play the game. There's a reason we live life. It's because you don't know every detail of it. You don't... There's still more story to uncover, you know? Like, one of the really cool things about life is all the twists and turns and the untold stories that you uncover as you live. Is just like, oh, this person has like a whole aspect to them that I never considered, and that's like really neat. That's really cool. And learning new things about each other and about yourself, like that's awesome. And like, just like the movies and just like the games, you know, life wouldn't be as entertaining if everything were sunshine and rainbows. There's gotta be a little bit of conflict. We don't have the hard times to hold us back, but we have them to have a reason to smile in the happy times. Not to be all philosophical or anything. I'm not a philosopher. I think I could be a killer philosopher if we were back in like Greece in the, what was it, the early hundreds. maybe a little earlier, even later than that. I don't remember when the philosophers lived, but I probably would have been a really killer philosopher. You would have been reading about me in the history books, guys. Need to fix my posture. What am I doing? I've been really aware of my posture the last couple of days because my mom, she told me it was bad, and she's like, I'm taking you to the chiropractor. I'm like, okay. She asked if it would be okay, and I was like, yeah, I guess. I probably need one if you're saying I need one. So she's taking me tomorrow, which is good. But I'm really aware of my posture now, and it's like, you know, don't get me wrong, I do want my back to be fixed, but I also want to fix it myself if I can. And so I've been trying to get it in the right spots and try to strengthen up all the muscles that need strengthened, because it turns out, and surprise surprise, this will surprise all of us, right? Sitting around all day and not like if you're sitting, and most people in the world do sit for this amount of time, if you're sitting 6 to 8 hours a day, you know, that's a long time, and it causes a lot of your muscles that need to be used to have what's considered quote unquote good posture. You know, it causes those muscles to break down, and they're not strong enough to give you that posture that you want to achieve. And so that's why it's so hard to not like slouch a bunch, and it's so hard to get rid of that lower back pain that is often associated with bad posture. Is, you know, just trying to figure out where your muscles need work and all that, and then strengthening those muscles by doing whatever exercises are required. And one exercise in specific, which I didn't even know was classified as an exercise, but it is like bar hangs, where you just literally hang off of a bar. You just hold on to it for dear life for like, if you can hold on to it for up to 2 minutes or whatever, I think that's like considered good. 2 minutes a day, every day would be perfect. And then, you know, you have your glutes. Those are one muscle that most people don't even really engage when they're trying to keep their back straight. And then oh, what are they called? It starts with an R, and I can't remember what it's called. But it's in your shoulders, your back shoulder muscles. I can't remember what they're called. Oh no. Okay, well, you know, it's fine. But most of those muscles are just, they're weaker than what they should be, and it's because we don't use them in day-to-day society. I mean, most people, if they're having a desk job, they have no reason to have absurdly strong muscles in any part of their body, let alone muscles that aren't even in use when you're sitting, you know? And there's nothing wrong with having a job where you sit. I mean, what do I do for 6 hours a day? I sit. I am a part of the problem. You know, when I'm streaming, I sit. When I'm making videos, I sit. When I'm making video games, I'm sitting. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's actually perfectly okay. But now that I'm aware that that's the problem, is I need my other muscles fixed, I'm more apt to probably try to fix that if I can over the next couple of months and see if I can really get that all settled. Because I am 6 foot, and I might even be taller than that. But I don't look it when I'm slouching. You know, I'm looking more like I'm 5'11", which is a little shorter than what you want to be, or 5'10" more so, because you're losing a couple inches just from the amount of slouching. And I mean, I guess no matter what job I get right now, that will also very likely help me out a lot, because I won't be in the same place for hours on end. You know, when I'm doing the work I do, it's usually because I'm sitting there looking at like game development tutorials. I'm looking at videos and making new videos and doing streams and stuff, and that's all in one room. That's all here in one space, and it's like that should drive me mad. It really should. It doesn't for some reason, but physically speaking, it's not great for me because I have no reason to walk around the house even. It'd be kind of nice to have a reason to walk around the house, but I can't do anything about that yet. I want to when I have my own place someday, the dream would honestly be to have an office, or at least a place to be considered an office. Because I even sleep in here. This is my bedroom. You know, that's my bed back there. You know, I'm in here probably 18 hours a day in all honesty, which is insane now I think about it. But you know, if I'm sleeping in here, so that's 7 hours, 6 to 7 hours, and then I'm doing my VOD thumbnails in here, which is another hour at minimum per day, and then I'm working on game dev, which is 2 hours, so that's 10 hours right there. And I'm streaming for 3-4 hours, so that's 14 hours. And if I'm making a video that day, that easily brings you up to the 18. I'm pretty dead on there. My life is it's a little boring now I'm thinking about it. I might need to I might need to think about how to fix that. I need to get myself a laptop. That's something I really want. Because when I do have a job, I want to be able to write stuff out while I'm on break. And I can do that on my phone, no problem. But I'd really like to have a point where I could actually just do that on my computer instead. It would just be so much easier to have a laptop with me. And also because of trips. It's like that's a big purchase I'm probably gonna do when I am employed. I think this is for anybody out there who's getting ready to get employed or wants to be employed. Go ahead and set some money goals. Things that you're like, oh yes, I want to buy this when I have a job. Because it makes it so much more worth it when it comes to, like, working. That was my problem when I got a job. I knew I wanted a computer. But after that, I had no reason to work. And so I was kind of miserable the entire time. You know, I gave 10% of my income. But I didn't really see the fruit of that labor, you know? That was just me giving that away. I could have bought a car, I didn't. I had no reason to. At that time, I didn't really have any intention to go to school beyond high school, so I didn't. And I didn't save any money for it, so I just had all this money with no purpose. It just sat there, and it didn't make me super happy. But now that I have things I want to spend money on, and I have hobbies, and I have I have all these things that I would like to go and do, and I have saving goals. A job is so much more appealing. Like, I don't even care what I'm doing. Like, there are jobs I prefer over others, don't get me wrong. And a job is a job, you know? We don't call it work because it's fun. Although I think you can enjoy your work. I really do. But it's not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows is the point. But more so, I was trying to get to the point of, it's a lot more fun to work when there's a point to it all. When you're not just doing it because you don't want to go bankrupt because of your bills. When you're making, like... I was making, like, what, 8 times my bills? I mean, I wasn't paying rent, you know? I was still living with... I'm still living with my parents, but... You know, at that time period, I was still living with my parents. I was just paying for my driver's insurance and my phone bill, which was like $100 a month, and I was making $800 a month, something like that. Which is not bad. It was not a bad amount of money at all. I don't mean to downplay it, but... You know, I was making enough where it was just like, you know, I don't really want to work anymore. I have all this, but I have nothing to do with it. It's just an object. So yeah, the point to all that was basically have money goals, have things that you want to spend your money on. Don't be afraid to spend your money. That's the other thing. I had things where it was kind of like, I kind of want to buy it, but that's just stupid. Why would I buy that? And so I never did spend it on some of those stupid things. I wish I spent money on stupid things more often. It would be just so much nicer. And I also wish I took a dive into streaming when COVID first started. We talked about this a little bit earlier, yesterday. But, you know, don't regret your content decisions, because it could have gotten you big numbers if you did it a different way, or if you did something that you didn't do. But if I did start streaming back in the days when COVID first kicked in, I would have been pretty well off, in all honesty. But, you know, mistakes were made, and that's how that goes. There's nothing wrong with how it went. Okay. I'm gonna toss those out. Actually, I want the string, but I don't want you, and I don't want you. Okay. Put those back in my inventory, and then we'll take this all up to the water. Do I have a bow on me? I don't. Okay. I'll just take care of you the old-fashioned way. Boop. 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 Okay. I really need to get my sword. My diamond sword. That would be ideal, I think. You need to go through and clear out all the kelp as well. There's a pretty good deal of it over somewhere in there. I can't see it. But there's a lot of kelp out here. I need to be careful of it because it's just going to break my sand when I place it on there. Okay, I'm going to actually take a sip of water really quick. There we go. Past couple of days have been interesting for me, and for a numerous amount of reasons. I'm going to quickly actually build up a wall here. It's been really interesting to me, but one of those things has been like the observation of how we as humans measure progress. Like, we only measure progress if we can see it tangibly in some way, which is kind of crazy, but it makes sense, you know. If the numbers aren't going up, then we don't feel like we're doing anything. If we don't have a physical item to hold, then it doesn't feel like it was enough. If there's nothing to show for that specific thing, then we feel like we haven't done enough. And I've been realizing, like, that's me 100%. Like, I am in that group. But all it takes to get the progress that you need to feel like you actually achieved something is to just start. And it dawned on me today. I talked a little bit about it already, but it dawned on me today that I needed to just start. That's all I needed to do. And so I spent some time today working on my game, or what I hope will become my game. And it was just a simple player character that moves. And I'm just going to try to get the player character working. And then we're going to set up a player customization tool. And then, you know, from there we'll see where things go. But, you know, I don't need to know where I'm going with each step. I already have every feature that I want in the game written down. It's just a matter of picking a spot to start and starting. And so I was like, player character, that is who you are. That is arguably the most important piece. So I started working on it. And I've not even really done anything to make it unique. It's just been me following a tutorial on how to make it move in Godot, because I want to build my game in Godot. I'm not a huge fan of Unity's payout scheme. I'm not a huge fan of Unreal, because it's C++, and I don't like C++. It's just not my language. Although I'd like to learn it one day. It's just a problem. So I've been trying to learn GD script, and you know, I've just been copying somebody on a tutorial, but I've been just taking my sweet time there. And it's been going pretty good so far, but you know, I'm not even halfway through. I just got the camera to move. Like the camera within the player head. I've gotten that to move by moving my mouse. But that was enough for me to feel like I made some progress today. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel really happy with that. And it's really interesting that that's all it takes. That's all it takes for a human to feel like they've done something. You know, just the small thing of like, I followed a tutorial for 7 minutes and now I can move my head in a video game. Cool. That's really cool. Don't get me wrong, that's amazing actually. But you know, wouldn't it be really nice if we could feel like we actually did stuff if it was even small things, like even smaller than that? Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I've done enough when it comes to some things. Like, for example, my VOD thumbnails, I'm doing 3 a day. But because I'm looking at the bigger picture on that, and I'm like, okay, we're still 40 thumbnails away from my goal for this month. You know, it feels pretty daunting. Although, we just finished January 2022 today, so that's a huge W. But it feels so overwhelming looking at it from a bigger picture, but it would be nice if we could look at the big picture and say, yes, I only did 0.5% of this big task, but that was still something. But the way we work is it's kind of like we need to look at it from the point of breaking it up into small tasks and saying like, oh yeah, I did 50% of 1% of the task, and that feels more rewarding for whatever reason. And it's just because it's bigger numbers, you know? It looks like you have less to do because you've broken it up into you know, eighths or whatever, and saying like, oh yeah, I did 4/8 or 1/2 of one part of this, it feels a lot better. So I've been trying to do that a lot more lately, and just trying to make sure it feels like I'm still progressing in a lot of ways. And I want to create, I'm thinking, I'm not even kidding you guys, I've been thinking of a lot of apps, app ideas and such, and they're not free, or they're not, or they have an obnoxious amount of ads, or they don't do the feature that I quite want. And it makes me sad. It makes me very sad. So I've been thinking about trying to make some of those apps even. Like, one app I want to do is, like, it has a progress meter. And so I'm a little blurry. There we go. But like a progress meter, so you can line up all your tasks, and then as you do them, it actually updates a bar, and it slowly but surely does that. And I'd really like it to sync up, but I'd have to think about a way to do that to support server space and all that, or have to find a way to set it up so that that you could host it on your local network or something. So yeah, I don't know. But I want to... What's going on here? Okay. But I want to get some productivity apps made, because there's a lot of them out there, and I hate that... I hate that corporations, or even just well-intended people, have started trying to make money off of people who just want to get things done. You know, like, I get it. You gotta make your money somehow. But you should have a free version for your app. If it's a productivity app or a wellness app of any kind, I don't know, I feel like that should be free. It should be free, and then you have the option to pay and get a premium plan, or you have an ad-supported tier, and then you can pay to get rid of ads. I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. But it really sucks that there's so many apps out there that just don't... They cost so much money, and then the alternatives are crap. Let's see. I need to... There we go. I'm gonna send it off to you so it doesn't get my channel taken down. I will note that bulk of the video is copyrighted song, but the video kind of makes no sense if you skip around. So if you just cut this part, like the YouTube video out to avoid copyright, that would be best, honestly. I'll see what I can do. YouTube doesn't really let me cut apart VODs because they're usually too long, but we'll see. I might be able to. Whenever you're at a good time, it's in your DMs. Also ignore the like 20 pings for me. I was filling up DMs. Yeah, I saw it going up. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on there, but okay. I'll check it out here in a minute. When the server comes down for restart, I'll check. I hate when apps are like, this app is free to use, but basically any of the useful stuff is locked by $10 of monthly subscription. Yeah, that annoys me. That annoys me a lot. I don't know why you even bother, in all honesty. Hey, welcome on in, Raiders. How's it going? Emerald's Ace? What are you guys up to today? I can actually see you on my Discord. You're playing some Pokemon. I know that. I can see that from the thumbnail preview. Let me get you some shout outs here. Boop. Emerald's Ace. Boop. And boop. Alright, if you guys haven't already, be sure to follow Emerald's Ace. They were last seen playing Pokemon Emerald, which I kind of vaguely remember. Did we talk about that one? I don't know if we did. I don't remember. Rating and running, having an awesome stream. Yes. All right, have a good rest of your day, Emerald. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good rest of your night, and I hope your stream is good. And thanks again for rating. I appreciate it. I love Pokemon Emerald. That's the one I don't know if I would say that when Nintendo is too happy. I'm gonna go ahead and log out. Just so that the server can restart. But Pokemon, that's a W. I need to learn. I really need to learn Pokemon. We say that every time somebody pops in and talks about it, but I do mean it. I need to. Okay. I have a video that we need to watch that Swifty sent me. Okay. Okay. I just need to figure out how to pull it up. My OBS is not configured for this. Okay. Add. Okay. And then I want to add window capture. Okay. So Swiftu made a video. For AI King. There's an AI version of me out there, and it's actually pretty good. It's pretty good, I won't lie. And I did consent to giving my voice to the AI, just to see where we could go with it. It's not publicly available anywhere as far as I'm aware, but I did give it the permission to Swifty for this, so just to be clear. I have no clue what's in the video. I do know it is going to contain some copyrighted music. Whatever happens, happens, and it's going to be a good time. But we're just going to watch. It's 5 minutes, 31 seconds. I kind of caught a glimpse of it. I muted it for stream, but there's a small glimpse. I heard Swifty speaking in it, so I'm going to press play, and we're just going to get into it.
I just want to give a quick message here before the video starts. AI King has officially turned 1 year old today, and this project has been truly very fun to work on, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen with it in the future. So, enjoy this video commemorating 1 year of AI King.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Hang on, I gotta turn that down just a tad. That is cursed. What? So I face the final curtain. My friend. Oh boy. I'll say it clear. April 8th, AI King is born. 1 year ago today. I've lived. I don't know how to feel about this. I traveled east. April 11th, you can sing. Every highway. And he got really good too. Like, AI King progressed notably every iteration. He can rap on April 12th. Okay. But then again, I remember when you sent me, was it Rap God? That one made me lose my mind. That was insane. April 13th, My Way was released. Heck yeah. This is creepy. I can see him staring into my soul. Till Kingdom Come was released. Till Kingdom Come. Okay, can we pause for a second? Just for a second, I need to speak on that. So Kingdom Come actually really went insane, and I'm peeking out my mic. There we go. It really went insane because that was like the whole reason I even considered like even remotely thinking about it. Got into like playing my guitar more on stream, and then it incidentally kind of gave me enough confidence that I was willing to even kind of like I quietly was singing under my breath while I was playing just so I could remember how to play it. And then it turned into, "Hey King, I can kind of hear you and that kind of sounds good. You should actually try." And I was like, "Crap." And boom, there it was. I sang on stream for the first time ever, and it was still Kingdom Come. And that's what really pushed it. So AI King has changed the course of me for a little bit. It doesn't just vaguely sound like him. It's him and he can sing. Yeah, that was one of those things. It was really impressive to me. Oh boy, that's loud. AI King is SpongeBob. Dude, I forgot about that. That was that in the Shallows? That was funny. It was back when we were building the waffle on King SMP. Lose Yourself. Lose Yourself was good. That one went insane. This song is so good. I'm sorry. AI King album, I remember that. And then the channel got taken down like, what, a month later? They tried to kill AI King. Oh boy. Thick of It release. I forgot about Thick of It. I forgot about Thick of It. That one was actually kind of a W. I forgot about his death. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun time. Christmas album. That was a huge W. I remember it released just in time for the 12-hour stream, and so I was actually able to play a Christmas song on the 12-hour stream during one of my Be Right Back screens, or when I was going to leave. And when I came back, it just made me so happy hearing it. And I remember in Infinite, or in chat, Infinite was like, "Oh my goodness, this sounds amazing." And I was like, "I know." I would kind of like to actually do a Christmas album just purely because of that. It was awesome. It was good too. It was so good. It was so good, man. Do you want to build a snowman release? I forgot about that one. I don't know how I forgot about it, but I did. The fun thing about this is now that we have a voice, the best is yet to come released on January 10th. And that one was good. I remember that was bad. Discord's UI is so fun. Stick around to hear news. Ayo, ayo. Yes. There we go. It was. But one of the nice things about this is since we have a voice printing of me, we can actually do. Well, we're going to use it for Omnia in the first demos of it. So I don't know if I've ever mentioned that, but I'm intending to use it, use my voice for the demos because I doubt I can get any other samples that are ethically sourced. I know mine are because I consent to using my voice in my game. So it's gonna be a fun thing. Okay, let's see the news.
I plan to have a very cool announcement after this song and kind of like recap, but it wasn't finished quite in time, and I wanted it to be perfect. So instead, I'm gonna very subtly, but not so subtly, hint at it and get you really hyped for it, but I'm not gonna give it to you.
Okay.
So here we go.
AI King might be the best thing I have ever made. I can't wait to continue working on it and show you all what is coming next. Happy birthday, AI King. See you all soon. Hang on. Swifto. Swifto. Please tell me this isn't like a Spotify app. Please. Could you imagine? Okay, could you imagine? Could you imagine an AI King Spotify? That'd be insane. That would be insane. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued. Okay, I'm gonna hide that now. Cause it's gonna scroll up in my DMs. Yeah, we're good. Okay. But there you have it. I plead the fifth. You know, fair enough. Fair enough. I respect that. Wow. AI King, wow. I'm not gonna lie. I want, part of me really wants to show up. I really want to show up AI King one day and like actually pull like a J Schlatt and, you know, release a My Way cover. But I know I wouldn't be able to do it justice like AI King can, which sucks. He's actually better than me, and I don't know what to do about that. But I would really like to. It'd be so funny. But I don't think I could. Some songs I think I might be able to, but I need a lot more practice. There's actually one song I've been working on, and I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know if I will or not. But I've been working on it, and it sounds really good. In my opinion, anyway, it sounds really good. But it's a cover of All Right by Avid MC. Avid is awesome. Avid is so cool. But his music is really, really cool. And I watched one of his streams and I could hear him a little bit on what he was playing when he was chording it on his guitar. And he was talking about power chords and stuff, and I was like, oh, I know how to do power chords. So I just kind of doodled around until I found the chords, and I played it. And I was like, oh, this sounds really good. It sounds really pretty. So I kind of want to do a cover of that if I can. But we'll see. I keep saying I'm going to do some covers of some songs, and then I don't. I feel bad. Especially because I've got a friend who would be really willing to help me do all that, but I don't know. I'm so busy these days. I don't want to be busy. Can I? There we go. I scrapped many ideas for that video. The original idea was to sing How Far We've Come by Matchbox 20. Oh, dude. Every few verses it would switch between the different models, starting at the first one and then the most current one, and have a bunch of AI King clips flying around in the background. That would have been awesome. The main issue was AI King can't do Matchbox 20, and a lot of the variations sound very similar. That's fair. You would hardly notice some of them until, like, you got, like... You would notice the difference between, like, the first, second, and third, and then there would be a lot of them that are similar, but if you jumped in variations from, like, the third to the fifth, from the fifth to the eighth, or whatever, you would probably notice some quality differences there. And yeah, Matchbox 20 is probably out of AI King's range, in all honesty, but Matchbox 20 is a W band. Love them so much. Is that the one and only Kingy? Is that the one and only Gussie Wussie? How you doing, dude? It's good to see you. We're just chilling today, placing sand and then moving it to another location. Isn't that great? Isn't that so amazing? Oh, I'm out of sand. What? Bruh. Bruh. Okay, well, I have sand over here. It's fine. I'm not gonna lie, Swifty, when I first opened that, I was kind of expecting, and it would have been funny had you done this, but I was halfway expecting it to be like the early 2000s, and you may be too young to remember this. But the early 2000s, and that wasn't a slight, let me be clear there. You may be too young to remember this, but in the early 2000s, there was these commercials on TV for albums and records and tapes and such, where it was like, oh yeah, get the greatest hits now, and so it would go through like some of the songs on the album or the CD or whatever, and then it would fade between the songs, and then it would have a narrator over top of it. That's what I thought it was at first when I opened it, and I was kind of scared because I had no idea what songs were going to be loaded on there. But I was relieved because it was just my way. I mean, like, I like the other songs, but I don't know if you would have thought to think like, oh yeah, which AI King song should I put in here? Oh, let's quickly just throw Rap God on there, and then it plays the most atrocious lyric or whatever about taking all the kids from Columbine and lining them up. Like, that would have been pretty bad. That would have been really, really bad. It would have been really funny, but it could have been really bad. See top hits like Baby Shark, yes, yeah. I am relieved. How about you? I'm doing pretty okay. Well, actually, okay. I'm lying. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I've been saying I've been doing okay, but I think I'm doing good now. I've gotten a little bit done today, and it's made me feel pretty good, I think. I've done some game development. I got some thumbnails done. I did a video, and even though it's not like the most amazing video in the world, you know, it felt good just getting some stuff done. And I cleaned the bathrooms. Man, I've been busy. I just need to get a couple more things done today, and I'll have a successful day. I need to get a bag from somebody in the family. I need a backpack for something. And I don't have a backpack, so I need to steal one from somebody in the family for a little bit. And then after that, I just need to make a list of jobs that I've applied to, just so I can keep track of all of them, because I've applied to so many at this point, I'm forgetting them. And so I just want to make sure I have everything on there, and I'm knowledgeable in everything I've been to and tried to get. But yeah, that would have been a neat idea. Okay. Baby Shark Parrot. Oh gosh, yeah, that would have been a great time. Yeah, AI King is interesting. I do kind of like it, and it's nice because we're able to test that out and see, you know, what the capabilities are with the AI voice voicings. Also, ads are starting in 30 seconds, guys. I'm sorry. I know they suck. Hang in there. Um, but the yeah, the fact that we have a voicing for AI King is nice because it will work very well for Omnia. And it'll hopefully allow us to put it into the game to show people what an ideal demo would look like. Because honestly, if we fed an AI all of my voice for like 30 hours or whatever, just my voice, like we took some scripts and I just had a conversation with somebody, recorded only my side of it. I heard fast-paced walking, it scared me. Okay. It was just the llamas being a little goofy. What was I saying? I need to sleep. If I can. I don't know if a single player or if somebody's got sleeping off, but if we could turn in like a really good voice copy of AI King for Omnia and then put that into the game and show people like, hey, this is the ideal version of what the game would feature. I think people would be really impressed with it because it's not just text to speech, you know? Glad you got stuff done. Yeah, it's been a busy couple of days, but it's not been a bit bad busy, I guess. It's only going to be more busy the next few days, but there's nothing wrong with, like I said, it's not bad to be busy. Can you, yeah, get out of my way. Stop drowning yourself. Let's see. I said once the stat, if you have 30 hours of someone's voice straight, the AI version would be unrecognizable from the human. Maybe if we show that to people, more people would want to donate voices. Yeah, honestly. I mean, could you imagine talking to somebody and saying, hey, would you like to donate your voice to be in the game forever? Like, obviously, I would like to pay them for it in some way, but at the same time, it's just unrealistic for that to happen. But if you could get, like, let's say 50 people, which is a very ambitious number, but let's say you could get 50 different people to put their voice in. Different accents, different ranges and such. If you could get 50 people to give it, though, then you could even generate, theoretically, new voices out of those voices. By combining them, and we could pay per hour of voice. Honestly, that's not a bad idea. I don't know what would be the proper amount. I almost feel like at the very least you pay the minimum wage for their voice. So in this case it'd be like what, $7.25 an hour, federal minimum wage. So let's say you did that for 30 hours of voice. And let's be safe and actually do 35. So $7.25 times 35 hours. That's $253.75. Which would actually be a pretty reasonable pretty reasonable amount of voice work. Now, to get that 30 hours, we would have to have several sessions. And we'd have to have people who are willing to actually sit there and talk for the full 30 hours. Like, you know, it would be rough. But if you could get them to give 35 hours, that means you could cut out all the silence, and you'd still have roughly 30 hours. Whereas, like, if you're not cutting out silence, because, like, let's say there's, you know, 5-minute breaks in some of those recordings because you're just not sure what to talk about, it would give you the ability to cut out those 5 minutes and still retain a good amount of quality. Yeah, I didn't notice your life. Hey, Zender, good to see you. Thanks for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. If we gave people $7.25 an hour, broke people would donate 35 hours. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it wouldn't be that hard for me to come up with that kind of money, especially after the demo, because I think I would try to get it crowdfunded. Although by that point, we may be beyond crowdfunding, and it may just be... it depends. It depends. But if we could get 8 people, ideally, I think 8 would be the bare minimum for voice work that I would need. Because you want enough voices in the game that it would be... You wouldn't realize that they're repeating necessarily unless you had so many people next to each other that all sounded the same. And of course, with the game itself, I would actually have a way that you could sign up to donate your voice, and we would still pay them. Or I would feel bad if people just gave us their voice. I honestly kind of think it would make me feel bad, especially if we were making a lot of money. Now, I will have a mod marketplace so that people could... Or not marketplace. Marketplace is the wrong word. I don't want people to pay for mods ever. But there would be an official place to upload your own voice printings to, so that you can make your own characters with their own voices and stuff, and you could upload your voice to that if you wanted to, and that would be a way to donate it to other players who want to mod their game. And then the game could utilize that because it would have a random aspect, so if it generated a new NPC, it could pick out of the 8 different voice prints or whatever. What are y'all talking about? So I've been working on a game. We talked about this. Omnia. We're talking about Omnia, the game I've been wanting to make. We're talking about how the voice is going to work in it, because the AIs are going to be able to speak to you and generate new responses. And again, just in case anybody wasn't here for this portion of it, all the AI that I'm going to be using in it is going to be ethically sourced, and it's not going to be the main creative composition or point of composition. It will be a core mechanic of the game, but it's not going to be like something that... Pick a number between 1 and 13. 7. 7. 7. 7. 7. I don't know why, but 7. 7 is a good number. It's a good number. It's my lucky number. Okay, be right back. Okay. That's mildly concerning. Kitrix is now going to give you $7 or 7 wardens. She submitted 7 taxes. I told you guys, 7 is my lucky number, okay? Okay, yeah, 7 wardens, you're cooked. I'm cooked. 7 wardens. 7 wardens for 7 taxes. Guys, I'm telling you, okay? I'm not making this part up. My birthday is July 7th, so 7th, 7th day, and I was born... My mom went in at, I believe, 7 in the morning to have a C-section. So, like, 777, I am the holy one, or something like that, you know? 7 is often seen as a holy number. Now, mind you, to declare I am the holy one would therefore make me not the holy one, so maybe I'm not. But, you know, we can all pretend for just a second. We can pretend. But seven is a good number. It's a very good number. Or he could be the Antichrist. Yeah, I could be. I could be. How'd you know? How'd you know? King, are you the Antichrist? You know, I can neither confirm nor deny those allegations. I can tell you that they're purely fictitious and not based in fact. But they are theories that may or may not hold water. No, I'm not the Antichrist. 7 Wardens coming right up on Twitch SMP. Lovely. I always wanted 7 Wardens in my base. I'm really scared. What did I do when I gave you the number 7? Did I like cause world hunger? Did you like, are you a part of a secret society? The secret society? The Illuminati? And you just signed up to have the world's military unleash 7 nuclear bombs just on a whim? It was between 1 and 13. I'd say I probably picked better. I could have picked worse. What did I do? What did I do? Is Kit on TSMP right now? No. 7. I don't know what that had to do with anything, but it's terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. She has connections on the inside. The inside of what? The inside of your mom. No, that's not funny. It's not funny. It's not. That's a quote. It's kind of funny, okay? I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. Oh, okay. What am I doing? Can I kill you? I don't like you. Yeah, I could use the mangrove propagule, but I'm gonna kill you. Okay. I'm sorry, I just couldn't handle it anymore. He had to go. He had to go. The inside of Twitch SMP. Oh, okay, I got you. She's running an underground society. Who isn't these days, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if like Kit is secretly a drug dealer, okay? She's just using a the Twitch streamer cover up and saying like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Twitch streamer." But no. She's not a Twitch streamer. She's actually a drug dealer. And she sells what drug would Kit sell? I personally if anything it would have to be like it'd have to be cocaine, right? Like I feel like that's almost a legal obligation. Where did all the sand come from? Over there and over there. And I think over there maybe. I don't know. A little bit of everywhere. The money she got from Crispy was for drugs, not a donation. Honestly, it was covered up as a donation, just so that the IRS couldn't question it on her taxes. That's why. See, it all connects up now. It all makes so much sense. Everybody thought it was one thing, but it was actually another. And when somebody says I'm from Crispy, it's not actually from the video. It's actually a code word to say I'm ready for my drug shipment. There you go. We figured it out, guys. We figured it out. Sadly, I don't even think that's probably the most wild theory that I've ever come up with. Not specifically towards any of my friends. I can come up with some wild conspiracy theories though, you know? Conspiracy theories are fun. They're so fun. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoy a good conspiracy theory. See what I try. See, the last conspiracy you told me about turned out to be true. Which one? Are you talking about the thing that happened, like, in February, I guess? Was it February? I think it was. Are you talking about that thing? Yeah, that was true. I didn't know we were classifying that as a conspiracy. The release? The release, hang on. Oh, yeah, right, okay. I know what you're talking about, yeah, okay. It took me a second, but yes, wait, are we talking about different conspiracies? We probably were, but it's fine, you know, it's fine. Additions, what? I just slammed my keyboard and addition submissions happen. You know, W, addition submission. I don't know what that means, but I agree. I approve that message. I'm just gonna place my sand. I'm gonna place so much sand. The most sand. Nobody has placed more sand than me. I'm talking about the November 22nd one? November 22nd? What? 1963. Okay, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, that was an actual conspiracy. Okay. Yeah, that's a conspiracy. And again, was I wrong? Was I wrong? No. Listen, I don't just say things, I promise. Ouch. I don't have my weapon anymore. Oh. Okay. What? I'm gonna do that. I don't know why. I just got really confused all of a sudden. I don't know why. I don't know how I just got confused, but I got confused about something, and I don't know what it was. I kind of forgot. You know, the sand slipping and falling, it reminds me of an hourglass, and you know how the sand just slips through and slowly dictates that time is running out. My sand is running out. What happens when I run out of sand? You guys want to talk about it? You ever think about what if my sand runs out? Okay, hear me out, guys. Okay, I got a new SMP idea. I have a new SMP idea. You have to fill up an hourglass with sand. It's like Sands of Time, but with a bigger clock. And the SMP members need to try to keep the clock filled with sand chronically. If it ever runs out of sand, then the SMP ends. It just / stops the server. Like that. Or not that, but like that. And boom, server done. No more server. Such a dumb idea. I don't know why. Okay, but there's like a ton of sand. Yes, you'd have to grind it out, but it would get really difficult after a while. And you'd have to make the sand expensive enough that like it would be easy at first, but then it's like, okay, we need to actually like buckle down and go far distances to get more sand. So like, 1 sand is equal to, you have to do like, 1 sand is equal to like maybe 15 seconds or something like that. Maybe even a little bit more than that or less. I don't know. You'd have to find the perfect formula. You'd have to calculate the amount of sand in 1 desert and then decide how much time it would take to destroy a desert and then multiply that by 3, and that's how long each piece of sand should last. Basically, I think. Maybe we'll multiply it by 4, because you don't want it to be annoying that that's all your time is spent doing is getting sand. But you want it to be just stressful enough that people feel like they need to get sand. And so everybody has to do their part. If you play on the server for 2 hours, then at least 15 minutes of that should be done gathering sand. Gosh, that would be so dumb. It would be so dumb, but I threw it out on a whim. There's a lot of gimmick SMPs that would actually probably, for some reason, work for a little bit. Especially if you did that on, like, a world that was smaller, so you made that on, like, a world that was only 10,000 by 10,000, or even less, do 5,000 by 5,000. So that the stress is really on when you run out of sand. It's like, okay, we gotta do everything. I kind of like that. It's a self-destruction clock built into the server, but the members have some amount of say in when that clock goes off, because they can try to prevent it after a while. And if you did that, I would also give the admins authority to move the border, but the players have to bargain with the admins in order to get the border expanded. So, like, if the players really want the server to live, they have to do something for the admins, like, okay, I want you to, like, if I will expand the border by 100 blocks if you bring me 10 netherite blocks. Because it gives, like, power corruption a sort of good role to play in the server. And you gotta bribe corrupt admins into doing your work for you. I hate that I'm justifying this idea because it's a garbage idea, but I kind of like it. Because you can really get into some of the lore aspect with it. It's a lore device. And then you just have to choose people who would make for good admins that would make it fun but not too easy for players to expand, and who would understand that their one goal is not to let the server end, but they are allowed to accept bribes within reason. You know, like, just saying, oh yeah, I don't want the server to end, so I'm gonna expand the border. Like, no. There has to be a reasonable bribe that you feel like, okay, it's like a game of Mother May I from our childhoods. I don't know how many of you guys played Mother May I as kids, but it was a very popular game when I was a child. That's what it would be like. Admin, may I have 100 more blocks of the within border? So if I give you, you know, insert copious amounts of diamonds here, you know, that could be fun. I hate it, but I kind of like it. Also, you weren't wrong, and neither was I on the other side of things. You were, where you thought I was wrong. Yes. We're on the same page on that now. Where do I keep my heads? Do I have a head chest? This is my head chest. Okay. Boop. Okay. Sand. I'm sorry, my mind is still going back to 7. I don't know what 7 meant. It's between 1 and 7. Or 1 and 13. 13. What is significant about 13? Oh. What is significant about 13? Like, I'm gonna crack this mystery, I feel like. So there is 13. It was 1 and 13, not 0 and 13, correct? Yeah, 1 and 13. Okay. I was gonna say if it's 0 and 13, then it's a programming thing because you start at 0. That's how programming works. So an index would be at 0 and then 1 and then 2 and then 3 and so on and so forth. So it's not that. 13 is Taylor Swift's lucky number. 13. There has been a theorized 13th month, where every month would be equal in the amount of days. And I believe there was even going to be like I want to say they were even going to change the time in each day so that it was still perfect so that you could get rid of daylight savings as well if they did the 13 months. That's a thing, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what she's referring to? Probably not at all. However, hang on. What is 28 times 13 is 364. It could be related to that. Because if you did 28 days a month, which is my preferred time for each month, but we always go up to 30 just because that's more often than not how long your month is. But if you did 28 times 13, that would work. So if it was about evenly distributing through a timetable, then 7 would make sense there. 13. What does 13 mean in Minecraft? See, I'm thinking about all the real life applications here, but what does 13 mean in Minecraft? 13 is often seen as an unlucky number. That's another thing. There's no floor 13 on a lot of elevators, if I'm not mistaken, correct? So maybe it was supposed to be creepy and ominous. 13. 13th letter is M. Okay. I don't know what we could do with that, but that could be something. That's a good catch. It could mean what are there 13 variations of? See, there's I'm just trying to think. There's gotta be something there. I'm gonna crack the code. I need to. It has to happen. How many letters are there in my name? KINGREGNOG. That's 10. Okay. That was a thought. I just needed to know. Wait. Okay. Space MC. That's 13. So if I pick the 7th, that would be KINGREG. G. G is the letter I chose. That's what that means. YouTube, my name on YouTube is King Ragnog MC, so 13 characters there. That's definitely what it is. I figured it out. That's definitely not it. 13 and 1 and 13. What could there be 13 of? A cat has 9 lives, so it doesn't have anything to do with cats. Yeah, imagine it had something to do with cats. What could that mean, King? If it was about choosing how many lives they have, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this cat 7 times because you said that. Like, no, that's awful. A dice has 6 sides, so it can't be that. It bugs me. I don't know, and I don't know what else to say. Like, what if there's just no meaning? That's a very possible thing. It wouldn't surprise me even. It wouldn't even surprise me, okay? If anyone, but especially Carrot, just popped in the chat and asked me to pick a number between 1 and insert number here, and then just... It didn't actually mean anything whatsoever. It wouldn't make sense for it to be a date range either, because that would... See, that would make sense if it were... If because 1 through 13 would give you 28, a range of 28 days. But unless she was planning something even way out until April of next year, that wouldn't count. That wouldn't work. $13. There's no significance to 13. There is no significance. There can't be. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm very confused. Very, very, very confused, but that's okay. I feel like I'm missing something, and I don't know. Command for King SMP IP? Exclamation mark IP. Oh. Actually, I don't think my bot has permission to run the command. You'll have to do it yourself, I'm sorry. I'm chatting as the bot right now. Oops. Ah, man, I'm so confused, and I don't know what to do with that. I don't know what to do. Huh. I got nothing. I don't know. I'm gonna give up on it, and I'm gonna ask later. I'm going to send a very strongly worded DM. And be like, what did you mean? What did you mean when you said 1 through 13? I'm so confused. 1 through 26. Yeah, I mean, what if we're supposed to multiply 13 by 26 to get the real answer? What if... I mean, okay, hang on. Hang on, that's genius. That's genius, Cinder. We may need to keep going with that. We may need to keep going with that idea. Gosh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was about to not breathe. Yeah, that's yeah. Okay. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know I keep saying I'm not gonna think about it anymore, but it's still in my head. I'm never gonna forget it. It's going to be in my head all night, all day, every day, till I die. Like, I'm gonna be on my deathbed going, I still don't know what the importance was between 1 through 13. Oh, man. The amount of things you can do just to mess with me is insane. The lack of meaning. Huh. I don't know. Okay. For real now, I'm gonna stop thinking about it. Okay, what were we talking about before that? I'm sorry, that was in my head, and I need to get it out. We were talking about Omnia for a little bit. I don't know if we ran that topic dry or not, but I do want to still work on Omnia. Tonight I'm gonna work on it some more. I'm trying to get player movement decided on. And so right now I just want to get a working player character that can walk around. It's just going to be a floating capsule for now, but it's going to move around. It'll do nothing, but it'll exist. And then later on I would like to add some features to it so that it can sprint. And then I'm going to add like a new feature to it so it can crouch. And then I would like to add some mechanics so that it can jump and slide, and then add a boost pack ability to it so that it can double jump, and then add a jetpack ability so that it can fly. And, you know, every day just add one new feature to it until I feel like I've got a player character that I'm kind of happy with. And then building a base model that we could apply some animations to, and then setting up a player character creator so that people could create their own character in a super in-depth system. And then from there, we're gonna move into other territories, but, you know, that would be a big one, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I just realized I don't know if I could do the character the way I want to do my character. Yeah, they're gonna have to actually be affected by the physics engine. Because the physics engine changes in every single scene. Every single planet that you go in. Shoot. We may need to build my own game engine. So, the problem I'm experiencing right now is I'm trying to build an open world game. And I don't know, do people build open world games in Godot? Because, like, the whole point of my game is going to be that there's very minimal things that will take you out of the immersion, right? Can we do, like... Could we actually do it so that there would be no visible load screens in Godot? I don't know. I gotta think about that. The one of the cool things about Godot that I really like is that it's open source. And I've been keeping an eye on it. And there's a new plugin that's coming out that does ray traced audio. I was talking about this, I think, in our last stream, where I was talking about ray traced audio and like how cool it is and how we want it in my game. Somebody's building a plugin for it for Godot and for Unreal. And then they're also going to have it where it can work with Unity, but you're going to have to do some of your own work on that to make it work, because a Unity has a whole bunch of fees that are dumb to make that work, so you got to do your own thing. But the... that is a great plugin that I'm gonna want in my game. But if I build my own game engine, then I could just build that into it, and then it could do whatever I needed it to do. And then I guess I could always make my game engine open source so that people could make their own games within it. And then that would be how we would fund Omnia's development, would be by people supporting the development of the game engine. Can one person make a game engine? I have no clue. I mean, I know how to make one vaguely, but I don't know. I just want to make a game. Why is it getting so much complicated? Okay. I'm scared for my life. What have I done? Yeah, you're so cooked. I'm cooked. I've got big dreams for this game, and theoretically, I could do it all, and I need to do some game tech tests on a couple of platforms and see if I can get it to work. If I can get the project to work in Godot without needing to do a whole bunch of stuff, it wouldn't be too bad. Okay, can you... Hey, stop it. If we can... Oh boy. You know, it's fine. It's okay. Sweeping edge 3. And then I'll put mending on there as well, and sharp 5. King's sword. Oh, I don't have enough for that. Okay. That's fine. We'll name it later. Okay, I need to go to... Where's my wings? There's my wings. Okay, do I have any rockets? No, okay. I need to make a couple of rockets so that I can fly to and from the farm. And then we'll be good. There we go. Okay. Boop. Okay, we need to repair my shovel, and then we're good. But yeah, the problem with Godot right now is, like, it doesn't have everything I need. Now, there's a lot of plugins that theoretically could do everything I need, which is good. But how much time am I going to need to fiddle around with those plugins, and what are the use cases for those? You know, that's a whole ordeal. And then beyond that, I guess I also have to think about the fact that, like, you know, what am I willing to... If I build my own game engine, then, you know, what am I gonna... Am I willing to really spend however long I need to spend on that in order for it to work? If I build my own game engine, you know, how long is that gonna take? Is that gonna take me, you know, 10 years to get it to a point where I can finally make my game and feel happy with it? Is it gonna take me... You know, is it going to take me 10 years? That's something I got to think about. And am I willing to wait that long to start working on the game I actually want? I don't know is the answer. And I got to look into the legalities of things. What if I make the game in one engine and then I do a remake in another engine? Can I still... If I theoretically did a build in Unity, let's say, and then I took a different... And then in an update later, I did a different build in Godot. Would I still owe a fee to Unity because it was at one point built in Unity? Would it have to be uploaded as an entirely different game on Steam? Maybe, I don't know. I've never seen somebody switch game engines after release, I don't think. So I don't know how to approach that. My lag gave me X-ray, bro. Are you on King SMP? We have a anti-X-ray thing, so if you're lagging a little bit, and the server thinks that you might be able to see through blocks, it puts ores all over the place, and so it makes it look like you're X-raying, but it's really it's not. You're good. It's a safety thing. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. We have not had an X-rayer since I enabled it, which has been kind of nice. Although I do kind of miss being able to go and take people's stuff and ban people for X-ray, because it gave us a lot of things to auction off. But at the same time, I don't know, I don't have the time to deal with that. Also, ads are starting in about 30 seconds, probably soon, like even more soon than what I initially realized, but ads are starting soon. Sit tight, it'll be over soon, I hope. Dig? Dig. Oop. Alright. Chest plate on, and... Oop. Alright, we're home. And I have a fully repaired shovel. So I'm just gonna put that away, I'm gonna put those away. And... that's my fortune shovel? Okay. I didn't know I had a fortune shovel, but I do now. Okay, yeah. Just gonna go back over to the sand and we're gonna play some more sand. Wow. Just what I wanted to do. Oh, man. Now, I'm sorry, now I'm thinking about game engines and all the intricacies there. That's like something that really shouldn't interest me or anyone else, I don't think. But it does interest me, and it would be nice because being in control of your own game engine would be good because it ensures that you have no bloat in there. The only thing that's being done when you're making your game is it is your game. It is making your game, and it has only the features that you require. So, you know, Omnia, it needs a lot of different devices supported. So having the ability to support console builds for my game would be very important. Having the ability to support VR builds is very important. And so having a game engine that I custom build that supports those things natively is really good. It's really important to me. But on the other hand, again, how long is that gonna take? Can I realistically sit there and mess with that? And is that something I could build on my own? I don't know. That's a thought and a half. I'm gonna look into it. I'm gonna look into how to make a game engine. Why not? If I do make my own game engine for Omnia, Omnia will not be the first game I release. We will be making several before that. Probably in Godot. To get to a point where I feel like I at least know how to do stuff in a game engine. Just for my own sake. I feel like if I got so far into that all and I was like, yeah, no, I've done too much work. And I'm at the point now where I've wasted 10 years of my life and I still haven't made my game, I'd be so sad. I really can't wait to make Omnia. I'm excited just thinking about it, but working on it today brought me a lot of joy. And like again, I wasn't doing anything super extraordinary or anything. It was literally just making the player move. And I was just watching a tutorial copying the same exact mechanics from someone else. But I'm gonna learn a lot more later, and I'm gonna start going, okay, now I can tweak this to my own liking, and I can actually add on to that and add more features, and it be really, really cool. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it, Admiral. Thank you. Hot stuff. That's pick up a bucket of lava, right? Yeah, nice. Okay. My mind is drifting slowly back over to 13. What was the significance between picking a number between 1 and 13? So worrying. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, and then down here. Keep running out of sand. There we go. Alright. We're gonna... Once I run out of sand this go around, I'm gonna take a small break from placing sand, and we'll do something else for a little bit. Because I don't want this to be the only thing I do today. As much as it needs to be the only thing I do today, I need to do more, because this is gonna kill me. It's so stale. I'm trying to think, what if we could spend some more time trying to get some more enchantments from the villagers. I could also check and see if any of the bookshops have any books that I need that I don't have at my villagers already. Because there's a bunch that I still need, I don't have them. I don't know. I don't know. I need more water. And I need to sit up straight. Get my posture in check. Ooh. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my back was popping. It was insane. Ow. Kind of hurt. Just a little. Not like a lot, but just a little. And it felt good, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of sounds my back is going to make tomorrow. My chiropractor is going to be thoroughly impressed. Okay. What happened to my brain? The thing in my head. Or allegedly in my head. It's gone. I don't... Okay. I don't know. It's broken. I can tell you that much. It is very broken. Very much. Okay, I'm trying to think. There's some things I want to talk about, but I don't know how to start that conversation. It's like it's not, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I don't know. It's a conversation and a half, though. Just trust me. I don't think I talked to you guys about any of my personal or content goals for April. I don't think I talked to you guys about that. I meant to, but I totally forgot to. I probably should talk to you guys about some of that. Start with, have you ever heard of the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend. Gosh. But what was I? Oh, there's monsters. Oh boy, hello. Okay. He scared me, I'm not gonna lie. He scared me. What was I saying? Right, oh yeah, content goals. So, for this month, like, it's all things in my own control. I've been trying to really focus on just not stressing about numbers or anything like that, but just focus on having fun with everything, because you know that's just what this is for me anyway, is fun. Like, it's fun to have big numbers, don't get me wrong, that's really fun, but I also want to have fun just doing what I'm doing. And so I'm not pushing myself to do anything that I don't want to do, but I am pushing myself to do a couple of things that I really should be doing in order to have more fun with all this. And so, like, for example, the Be Right Back screen, I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I never do. So I finally decided to throw out on my list that I'm going to sit down and at least plan out the logistics. And then if I can get that far, I will probably actually start doing some of the work that I need to do on the Be Right Back screen and upgrade it, and it'll be a good time. So I need Unbreaking. That's the only one I need for this sword, right? Yeah. Does it still say coming soon? No, it has one, but it's not like... It's not something I'm particularly, like, the most happy with, anyway. I don't know. I think I could do better nowadays. And it was done by somebody else in the community, which was... I was very thankful for them for doing that, but... You know, I could definitely do something a lot more interesting right now, and I think that's kind of important to actually do it. So yeah, I'm hoping... There we go. I'm hoping that I can get that going for Twitch. I need to pick out some new music so that Twitch can sound extra good, and so does YouTube, because I need to make music for both. And I still am struggling to find the right vibe. You know, I want the perfect music for the streams, and I don't know what that would be yet. Which is what makes it so tough for me, because I don't know, I really don't know what music would sound good behind my own voice. Because I've thought about it long and hard, and I still can't figure it out. Like, some people, you watch their stream and you're like, oh yeah, the music you have just fits you. It is very much the perfect music to be, you know, your backing track. And then I'm like over here like I don't know. I like music. I just don't know which ones. All right, stick time. I forgot my books. I'm gonna have to go get more books over at the chest. I think I've got like, I don't even know how many books I've got over in the other chest, but there's enough in there that I can utilize those. Then we can get an Unbreaking 3 book, which will be good for my sword. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need for the sword. Also, I'm going to need more water here in a little bit. Nearly out. I want to get a new cup. I desperately think a new cup would be really nice, because I'd have to get up less, and then I can actually focus on not dehydrating. I could just drink my water whenever I need it. A bigger cup would be nice. One that's not made of plastic, ideally. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, do I really want to be drinking out of this? You know, I'm not like against plastic in general. Like, plastic is okay to a certain degree. I will drink out of it. I will eat out of it. It's fine. But this cup is old. Like, it's 14, 15 years old, probably. I just don't trust it. I don't think it's food safe anymore. That's all I'm saying. So I do need something new. I don't know what that would be yet, but I'll figure that out. Okay. Boop. Hello, good sir. Unbreaking 3. Thank you. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 mending books, because we're gonna need those. Okay. Just gonna take these over this way. Okay. I may need to go get more water here in a second. My mouth is so dry. I don't... Gosh, I'm getting distracted. It's fine. I'm gonna go get some water here in a second, because I definitely need it. So let me come down here. Mending, mending. And then Unbreaking 3. I don't have enough levels. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go hide in here really quick, just so I don't get attacked. And I'm gonna be right back and go grab some more water. So I will see you guys very, very soon. Okay, I'm back again. Hope everybody's doing well. We are just working on placing sand, breaking sand, placing more sand, and then I just started working on villager stuff again for a little bit. I don't really want to work on it anymore. I'm sorry, I'm getting indecisive, which is not a good sign. When I start getting indecisive, that's a sign like, okay, it's we all know which way things are starting to go. Just say sand for the rest of the stream. I love that idea. What could go wrong? How did you get through the filter? How did you get through the filter, you little nasty bot? Okay, botsister.com. Add new banned phrase. Okay. Where's that at? Settings, moderation. Okay. Block terms and phrases. Boop. Botsister.com. Add. Okay. There we go. Occasionally you get bots, and I'm surprised they changed their ways to get through the filter. They can't stop me though, okay? I hate bots. I hate them so much. I really need to get Seribot. That's up on my list. I really should. I've heard it's really good. I've seen it on other people's channels. It does a great job. But oh my goodness, I'm just lazy. He has the power of eggnog. That's me. I have that power. That's all the power. Every power, in fact. That is all I've got. I just can't use it on command, and that's okay. Okay, I figured it out, guys. Okay. I'm sorry. I figured it out. 13. Yes, my mind is still on that. 13, okay? You know what's so significant about 13? Friday the 13th, okay? Now, there's 13 days leading up to Friday the 13th. So, it must be the 7th day that I picked leading up to Friday the 13th. So that would be what? Monday the 7th. That's what I picked. So spooky, so scary. Gosh. I'm glad I solved that. I don't know. I'm still confused. I'm still so confused, and I don't know what to do about it. Okay, Whoop. I have so much other stuff in my inventory. This is gonna be great. So much fun. I do like this method though. I'm not gonna lie. This is calming, and I could definitely do some of this off stream, which would be nice. I just need more time off stream playing games in general. I might. This goes back to the laptop thing. When I get a laptop, I'd have a lot more time to do this, because so here's the thing, like, okay, when I get my job, I'm gonna have breaks, right? And I've been thinking about all the ways I could utilize that break time so that I can still do content things. I wouldn't be able to stream on my lunch break or anything. But all the time I have extra that's in my break, I could be using to grind out things on King SMP, Twitch SMP, you know, things like that. I could actually do that, and it would be fine. So it's kind of on my mind that I might possibly have to splurge and get a laptop when I get my job. I say splurge. I mean, I don't know. It wasn't in my initial my. That was weird. It wasn't in my initial plan, so I guess it is kind of still a splurge. My initial plan was to save a lot of that money. But after I get a laptop, then I can save. Actually, first things first is my emergency fund. That's going up to, I don't know, a couple $100, $600 probably starting out, and then from there we'll go somewhere. I'm thinking about my budget now, and it's all sorts of messed up. Okay, I've been pinged now. Okay. Okay, I don't have to be worried about that. That's good. Just wanted to be sure. You never know. You never know whether or not to be concerned when somebody pings you. That's the thing. Like, when I get pinged, it's either like the most insane emergency of the world, or it's the most mundane thing. There's almost no in between. Like, it's like, oh no, the world is actually ending, and you're the only one that can stop it, King. Or it's like, haha, look at this funny meme I saw. It's like, oh. And I'm glad for both. Don't get me wrong. Well, I'm not glad the world is ending for some people. That sucks. And I hate being the only one that can fix it for them. But you know, the fun things like the memes. I'm glad to see those. I'm glad people think of me when they see memes. I don't even really get on social medias all that much anymore. I need to not. I got on Instagram today for a little bit, and I just checked all the messages my friends sent me, and they were funny. They were good stuff, but I almost got back into doom scrolling, and I was like, no. I gotta stay free. Stay away from the doom scrolling for all of eternity. I want to check when the next wave of ads are supposed to run. I do want to keep those from running. Because we got another 30 minutes. Okay, that's good. Just wanted to be sure. I'm also going to sip on some water here. I should really keep my water over here. I don't know why I don't, other than the fact that I talk with my hands sometimes and I could knock it over theoretically, but I don't think I would. Tastes awful. That tastes like I don't know what it tastes like. It almost tastes like copper. Or zinc. Maybe zinc. Zinc would probably be more accurate. I don't know. It tastes like a penny. I would assume you probably taste more zinc out of a penny than you would copper. That's just a theory, though. I don't know why it tastes so different, but it does. I'm kind of concerned. What did they do to my water, man? My watch is buzzing. Give me a second. Somebody's texting me a lot. I'm distracted. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, like, really badly. Okay. It doesn't matter. Wow. Look at that. It doesn't matter. Alright. My phone's on focus mode. I shouldn't be distracted by it anymore. We're good. You know, there's this really cool feature, and I think everybody should learn about it. I'm going to talk about it now. There's this cool feature on iPhones, and I believe they're on Androids too, but I don't know what they're called there. But iPhone has this thing called Focus, called Focus Mode, and all you gotta do is set it up so that when you're using that specific focus, whichever one it is, so in this case mine's called the work, only certain people can message you and it will send you a notification. Only certain apps can send you notifications during that time, and so on and so forth. And calls get silenced or don't get silenced. And you can customize it to your liking so that only certain people are able to talk to you and such. But most people don't use it. But it is a wonderful, wonderful feature, and I need to use it more. I have it set up, and I don't use it. I really should be, though. So I just turn it on now. It should help me a little bit, maybe. I do, that's good. It's a really good feature. I use it for sleep. Like, when I go to bed, it automatically turns on. But I really should have it for more occasions. I did set it up recently for something I'm doing soon. It's like, I definitely want it for this, so I set up a focus for that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, hey. Leave me alone, I have a sword. Okay, goodbye. That's actually a thing I can say in real life now, too. I have a... Don't get away from me, I have a sword. Don't touch me. Don't do it. I have a sword. I will stab you. I mean, I don't carry my sword everywhere, but I do have one. Like, that's all that matters. Okay. No, don't. Okay. Ouch. Ouch. You have punch. I can tell that definitely had punch on it. Okay. Did I swim over here? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna go for about another 30 minutes or so. I want to try to get as much of this sand placement as done, because wrong hotkey. Okay, because if I can get this quadrant done, then I can at least start digging some of the stuff, which is more fun. And then, you know, I can hopefully... I need to look into the rules of it. If I can run a slime block flying machine and just blow a hole in the ground for my hole, I may just do that, honestly. It'll be so much easier. That's, again, wrong button. So... my ping just died. Okay, I just lost connection to Twitch chat. Great. This needs to be solved. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Crap. It won't let me snooze the ads now. Let me reload. It's not working. There it goes. Okay. Snooze. Okay. We good now? We good? King, would you like to see an image that you're gonna hate with every fiber of your body? Absolutely, send it. I would love to see that. Okay, I need to pop out my chat window and I need to put it over here. There we go. Like every last fiber, yes. I want to see it. That's all I want to see is an image that will make me hate everything. What made you wear glasses? I actually don't know. I don't know what caused my blindness, but I just have really bad eyesight. So when I went, I had to go to the DMV to get my license, or was it my learner's permit? It was my learner's permit. I got through the written test. I failed the first time, but they let me do it a second time, same day, and I passed it. Flying colors, didn't get a single one wrong. And then they're like, okay, now can you come over here and do the sign test? And I'm like, okay, yeah, easy. I know my signs. And I put my head into their machine. Now I couldn't see any of the arrows. I saw the shapes of the sign. I saw the colors of the signs, and I could kind of guesstimate, but she knew I was unable to tell which sign was which. Like if it was a right arrow or a left arrow. And she was like, I need you to go to your optometrist and get a prescription for some glasses. You're blind. I'm like, oh, okay. And that's how I found out I was blind. I was blind for 6 to 15 years and didn't know it. I was very blind, in fact. And it's funny the things you notice by being absurdly blind is the individual tree leaves. When I look outside without my glasses, there's no texture on my wall. The ceiling has some little bumps, but I can't really see the depth. My door is just brown. It doesn't have a texture to it. My text is hard to read, but it's always been hard to read for me. You know, that was all something I thought was normal, though. I didn't realize you couldn't see individual bricks in a building. I didn't realize you couldn't see individual tree leaves. I thought that was normal for people. And then I got my glasses, and oh my goodness, the world became so beautiful all of a sudden. No, Swifty, no, okay. Okay. But yeah, that's what I needed. Why I needed glasses was I couldn't pass my learner's permit sign test, which was fun. Finding out I couldn't drive cars because I was blind, but I knew everything I needed to know. I am very blind though. I don't even remember what numbers they threw out at me. I have the paper somewhere, but I don't know where. But they have my prescription written out. And it's a pretty hefty prescription. I mean, I don't know if you guys would be able to see. You can sort of see how thick it is if against that, my hand, you can sort of see it's right there. The glass poking up. It's so thick it doesn't even fit in my frames. I don't know if you can see it. But that's how thick my my prescription is. I've seen thicker. Oh, there absolutely is thicker frames and thicker glasses prescriptions, but mine are kind of insane for somebody my age. I've seen thicker quoted. That's crazy. That's crazy. Let's see, mine are a little thicker, if not the same. My vision is better than 2020. I know a couple of people who have vision better than 2020, which is insane to me. I wish I could see. Like, I don't know, the thought of being able to, like, wake up every morning and not have to put on my glasses to enjoy the sights around me sounds really appealing, I'm not gonna lie. But that's just part of life. You know, I can't, I don't get to choose. I don't get to choose that. But being able to, like, see the ceiling and all of its detail whenever I open my eyes in the morning would be crazy. It would be cool. You know, one day in the far future when I have a wife, I wake up in the morning, it'd be kind of nice to be able to see her face in full detail and not this blurry blob right in front of me. And I wouldn't ever tell her that all I see is a blurry blob when I look at her face. That's a death wish. I know how these games are played. But you know, that's like, I don't know, I would like to be able to see, but also at the same time, I look good in glasses, and I recognize that. Once I got glasses for the first time, my mom and I, we looked at each other and we're like, it all makes sense now. My face was meant to have glasses. And everybody was all like, you look good in glasses. I really like it. And then they were like, and that's not to say you didn't look good out of glasses. It's just you look better with them. I'm like, okay. Okay. You all are saying what you want to say. I understand. But no, my face, it is built for glasses. That's for sure. King, you have good stories. I appreciate that. You look scary without glasses. I'm not used to it. It's okay. I'm not used to it either. And I lived with that for 15 years. I think I look younger without glasses, but it doesn't look right. Something looks off. And I think it's because there's like a slight indent on my nose and on the sides of my head where my glasses have dug in. So, like, it's ever so slightly off. You can tell there's been something there that applied external force to my head that, that isn't there. Kind of like me without headphones, you know? It just looks weird. It's different. Nothing wrong with thicker. It's one of the best of the best. I can also hear conversations from 3 rooms away. That's insane to me. My hearing is really bad. It's gotten bad in the last couple of years. I need to get that worked on. Not worked on, but looked at, rather. Talking about headphones, headset dent check. I don't want to show you guys my headset dent. I don't want to. I don't think I have one, but I feel like I might have one now, and I don't want to show you it. Just raw dog it all day, every day, because I refuse to wear glasses. I got concerned in the first half when reading that, and then the second half I was like, okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. I can't not wear glasses. I'm blind. I'm really, really blind. And I think it was due to the type of blindness I have. Because I can't see distance, so I'm nearsighted, I guess. Because I can see near, I just can't see far. I don't know. I always get those reversed. I don't know. I don't know if I'm correct on that. I feel like I got those reversed. But it's so bad that like I'm nearing the point where it's like almost considered a disability, I think. I have to double check the numbers on that. And it's still very case scenario, like specific of like, okay, you can do this, you can't do this. But like, I can't fly in the Air Force. Not just due to glasses, but also due to height. I can't fly most of their aircraft because I'm too tall. Which is sad, but it is what it is. I think I can fly their helicopters, which is cool. But can't fly their jets. But I'm so blind that I can't. I can't fly. I don't think I can fly any of their aircraft because I'm that blind. How much to show us the headset dent? I don't think there's any amount of money that would sway me. I don't think so. What blindness you rocking? I got the myopia blindness right now. I don't know. I'm blind. It's a flex king. Oh, is it? Is it? Hang on. I gotta look this up. It's a bookstore. Wait, what? Oh, there's no T. Okay. Nearsightedness. Okay. Okay. Occurs when the eye is too long or the cornea is curved, causing light in front focus, causing resulting in blurry distance vision. Yeah, so I'm nearsighted. I am nearsighted. That is the thing. I was really confused when you said that, Myotopia, because I was like, I looked it up and it was a German bookstore. I'm like, okay. You can't see German bookstores. Good to know. Was really confused. Very, very confused. Oh, that makes so much more sense though, yeah. Myopia or myopia? I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced. I'm not a doctor. I'm just here. And that's good enough for me. Also, ads are going to be starting, and when they do get ready to start, I am going to pull a last-minute end on the stream. That's just how that goes, because I don't like ads, and yeah. Myopia. Okay, gotcha. I will not remember that, but I'll pretend to. I will pretend to. Okay, boop, 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 boop. Take all that. Okay, we're almost done with this strip. We might be able to finish this before the ads, which would be best. One through 26. I'm still confused. I don't know what 1 through 13 was. I don't know. I'm gonna have to send a DM over that. What's your favorite word? Mine is, oh jeez. You know, my favorite word is pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. Personally. Because it's the only word I can say that's extraordinarily long. But, you know, my favorite German word would have to be Hamburg. Or no, Gutenberg. You guys ever hear about the Gutenberg press? Oh my goodness, amazing. It's in reference to a town. But the Gutenberg press was it was an amazing invention. In fact, it actually allowed for communication to travel on print more effectively. Are you sure you are American? You sure are American, buddy? Bro, I didn't read German initially. I just saw, what's your favorite word? And I was like, okay, you just said a German word. Pretty sure German is made up, but okay. I promise you, I'm not stupid. I couldn't read. I'm not that wouldn't be dyslexic, would it? Does dyslexia make you skip words occasionally? That might be. I don't know. I might just be dyslexic, which is accurate. You are stupid, but not because you are American. You can't say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That's not what was spelled before me, but I can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but it's not any, you know, pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis, you know? I don't know. I prefer one or the other. Yeah, you're dyslexic. I definitely am. There's no doubt. Anyone that doubts is just coping. Okay, I do need to end because ads are about to start, and I don't like ads, and I'm gonna cry or something like that. I don't know. Maybe. Possibly. So let's find somebody to raid really quick. Boop. Thank you guys for hanging out, though. I appreciate all y'all. You guys are great. Fantastic group of people. In fact, maybe the best group of people. Add glasses to your skin. Wait a minute. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know if I kind of want to make a skin based off of my real life self and see what that would look like. It would be interesting. Okay, who's live right now? At a point redemption, check the headset. No. Refund them. I'm not. No. We're in raid. We're gonna do a raid right now. To somebody else on the Twitch SMP. Okay. Their name is Dig TV. If you're not refunded, I will refund you here in a little bit. But I hope to see you guys over there. Thanks, guys, for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I will hopefully see you guys again tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow will be Stardew Valley, probably, if all things go to plan. And it'll be a good time. I'm gonna try to start getting Stardew wrapped up soon because I need to end that series so I can have another day. I don't have any time for myself anymore. It's crazy. So we'll hopefully be wrapping up Stardew in the near future. So we're in a raid. We're going to say hello to Dig TV. They're also playing Twitch SMP, which is what we were playing. And it'll be a good time. Thank you guys for watching. And good night.